Hi friends, I've chosen to use this means to make this very important announcement, and that is that I have terminated my employment relationship with the South Caribbean Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Some of you may be aware that for a little while now we've been having these back and forth battles, and the last one's primarily because of my involvement with Love Cry Heralds International, which is the television ministry that you guys know we are on TV6 and CNC3 with the program Revolutionary Revelations. About a year and a half ago, I was called to a meeting and I was told that I was in breach of the conference's policy on conflict of interest, being involved with this independent ministry. And before I got a chance to apply for them to accept me in spite of the conflict of interest, the decision was made to make the ministry totally independent from the organization by withdrawing its blessings. Because when we started in 2010, we had applied and received approval from the conference as a self-supporting ministry within the ambits of the the organization. Having removed their blessings, it meant that I was now involved in quotes an illegal entity within the church. And so in an effort to make sure that that did not affect my employment status, we appealed the decision. And that appeal, it's over a year now, and in spite of our best efforts to have the matter go back to the committee for reconsideration, it has not gone back to the committee for various reasons. And of course, my latest situation has been precipitated because my current assignment, or my previous assignment, was as chaplain of 3 schools, 2 in Sangre Grande, 1 in Toco, and at the same time having to be the associate pastor for 2 churches in Port of Spain. So I work for 5 days in the east and then 2 days on the weekends in Port of Spain. And the reason for the decision was so that I could not be involved with Love Cry Heralds International. So it became clear to me, because of all that has been happening, that my involvement in the television ministry and my continued employment could not continue. All right, I did try to ask for voluntary separation, which has been denied. And so the only option I was left with really is to terminate my employment by resignation on the grounds of constructive dismissal, which I have done. And so I am no longer employed at the South Caribbean Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. What does that mean for me now? Well, it means that I am now free to be fully engaged in this television ministry, and to be fully engaged in ministry as I believe God wants me to. And so I would be engaged fully in the television ministry. Of course, the television ministry is not at a stage where it could afford to replace the salary that I would have had. And so I'm totally dependent on the goodness of God and the goodness of those of you who support us to continue to make a livelihood. At the same time, of course, I do have a master's degree in counseling psychology, so I am making myself available to individuals who would want psychological counseling. I hold a master's degree in counseling psychology with an emphasis on marriage and family therapy, and so I am available for that. In addition to that, as far as my relationship with the Seventh-day Adventist Church is concerned, my membership is being transferred to the Southeast Port of Spain Church, because I've been there for the last few months, and the brethren are interested in us continuing our relationship. So I would be there as a member of that congregation, working with the congregation to present the 3 angels' messages to Southeast Port of Spain and environs, and really representing Jesus in a powerful way in that part of the vineyard. I believe, brethren, that the time has come for those of us who love the Lord and love the message that He has given to us to really get busy, get active, and take this message to as many people as possible. And so I want to give an invitation to those of you who are like-minded. If you are passionate about fulfilling Christ's commission, I really want to ask you, to urge you, now is the time not for us to sit down and wait on somebody to tell us to go do it or not to do it because we are afraid that somebody is going to terrorize us or pressure us. Now is the time, brethren, for us to really rise up and take this message to as many people as possible. And so I'm inviting you to support what we do in Loud Cry Heralds as we continue to present the three angels' messages to as many people as possible in this island. One of the stories that really inspired me recently, I spoke to a lady, and she told me, she said, "Pastor, every week I look forward to your program." She's not a member. She doesn't know the things that we know, and she looks forward to the program, not because it's exciting or it's full of zest and fire and fervor, but she listens because of the content, because she's learning things that she has never heard. And let's face it, brothers and sisters, there's a lot of misinformation in the world today about the mark of the beast, about what is happening. I mean, look at Donald Trump winning the election. As Seventh-day Adventists, we know why. At least we ought to know why, because of the fact that we have a prophetic message that told us that in the last days, the evangelicals and Christian people in America would be the ones who would influence the politics, and the reports are coming out that the evangelicals voted for Trump 81% to Hillary 16%. And so he is committed to implementing the agenda. And so the hour is late. The time is urgent. The work that we have to do is important for us to do it, and do it now. And so, brethren, I really feel that the time has come for me to do what God has asked me to do. I wanted to do it while still being employed as a minister with the church, but that is not possible anymore. And so I have ended my relationship with the church. And so keep me in your prayers, brethren. The only thing I have to live by is my faith. I know who I believe in. I mean, God has been so good to us. He has come through for us on so many occasions. I'm not worried about whether or not He will come through. What I am, well, of course, I decided to send this video out because I did not want you to hear this by the wayside. And I'm looking forward, as I said, to continuing to work for God. I need your support. I need you to pray for me as I will continue to pray for you. And those of you upon whose heart the Lord would lay the burden of helping to finance what we are doing, please, brethren, go to the bank. Don't go to the church. If you give it to the church, I will not get it. But if you go to the bank, I will get it. Or you can contact me or one of the members of my team, and we'll be happy to receive your support. Of course, we are in the process of putting up our headquarters for our studios and those kind of things up in Sangre Grande. Further information will be provided as we go along. Really looking forward to the coming of Jesus. As my mantra says, brethren, I believe with all my heart that Jesus is coming in my lifetime. I really believe that, and that's what motivates what I do. Come join me, and may God bless you as we continue to stay faithful. Maranatha. God bless you.